Diablo 4 Early Access Beta is about over, and there's countless of videos from all our favorite YouTubers about the potential of Diablo 4. So far, it seems the game was received with very positive comments. Today, I will give you the early impressions of a casual gamer for Diablo 4. First, we need to make a quick distinction. What is a casual gamer? To my impression, there's two types of casuals: variety casuals and time casuals. A variety casual is a type of gamer that only plays one game or game type. For example, the type of players who only play battle royales or sport games. A time casual is a gamer that likes many genres but simply doesn't have the time to play it like he wants to. I will go more into depth on these differences and how they affect gaming as a whole in a later video. I see myself as a time casual. I will not play a game that I know beforehand that has huge parts of its content locked behind timed gates. I'll give you an example from two games I absolutely love but had to make the choice of not playing due to the time needed to advance within the world. The first is Lost Ark. I absolutely fell in love with Lost Ark and made it for all of the initial story. The initial introduction to the endgame was very promising and fun to me. It wasn't until I experienced the endgame further that I quickly realized that I simply wasn't going to have time to engage in the content I wanted to try. And of course, I won't spend money to bypass that gate. The second one, and completely different to the first, is Apex Legends. But more specifically, Apex Legends Rank Mode. Playing competitively with your boys, with the squad, man, that's some of the most fun you can have in gaming. I ended one of the seasons in Plat 2 and I was very excited to start the new season and push for Diamond. The excitement lasted the amount of time it took my brain to internalize how big of a time commitment it was going to take me to get there. So yes, I was at the height of excitement for a good solid 2.5 seconds. This realization came to me because I understood in order to make it to Diamond, Apex needed to become the only game that I play. And because I'm not a variety casual but a time casual instead, this was not okay with me. I had already made it to Platinum, and if I didn't have the time to make it to Diamond, why even play it at all? So like Lost Ark, I dropped Apex 2. These two samples and others like it dominate my approach to a massive game like Diablo 4. Do I even have enough time to truly play it? Diablo 4 early game, in other words, the time it will take me to pass the story, in my opinion, is a golden chicken nugget for casual players like myself. I spent all of the early access beta playing the rogue class and just started trying out the sorcerer. I had an absolute blast with the game so far. There are three things that make me very excited for this game. First, the world; dungeon second; class gameplay third. The world of Diablo 4 is incredible, completely littered with things to do. Now this of course is through the perspective of running through it for the first time, but I played plenty of games to know this is the type of world I can experience over and over again. I specifically like the points of interest easily visible in the map. When I log in, I want to access gameplay and have it be frictionless. The way the map clearly tells me where the cool action is at is definitely what I like. Getting to those spots and seeing other players is perfect. It also helps that the number of players you see is limited, so the world itself allows you to hold on to the idea of hero a bit more. Insert quote or air quotes here, of course. This takes me to my next favorite thing in the world, and just as accessible, dungeons. For a casual player like myself, the dungeons in Diablo 4 are absolutely perfect. I already see myself logging in, knowing I only got 1 hour to play and doing nothing but dungeons. I played the early access beta in tier 2 and had a relatively easy time with it. The only time I died was because a toddler was pulling at my leg and I had to go AFK for a minute. You go in, kill a bunch of mobs, solo a big dude at the end, and get some shiny stuff out of it. Yep, that's definitely the stuff I like. The reason why I like going in there so much is the gameplay itself. The Rogue alone, which is what I played the most, has so much diversity of play. Do I want to melee only? Range only? Both? Range plus traps? Melee plus movement? It is heartbreaking picking one because I want to play them all. I found the one combo I liked and stuck with it. Side note on that point, the game makes it really easy to try different classes before level 25. Although you need to pay gold, it's rather inexpensive to try new abilities before committing to a playstyle. Although I haven't played the other classes, if they include options to diversify your style like the Rogue does, I'm just that more excited to try them out. Overall, the game reminds me of playing Lost Ark for the first time. I absolutely love what I've played so far, and I can't wait to simply jump back in. Because the game reminds me so much of my time with Lost Ark, I am absolutely terrified of the endgame. Some of the opinions I've seen of Diablo 4 so far have criticized the game for being too casual. Not complex enough, they say. What I hear instead is that they want it to be more complicated. I don't want to argue superior taste when it comes to video games, but I don't like a game that requires you to pull up an Excel sheet to build your character or download external tools to play it, or a game where you need to actually look up and study up videos in order to play it. I ain't got time for that. If Diablo 4 nails the end game and allows players like myself to not get locked behind time gates, I foresee Diablo 4 stealing all the hours I have free to play. What are your thoughts of Diablo 4 so far? Let me know in the comments down below, and leave a like and follow for more videos like this.